Hey Vegas, welcome back to Vegas Realty Check. We are meeting today with Powerhouse, John McNamara with the Mac Team from Virtue Real Estate and also the host of Running Vegas podcast. So stay tuned for an exciting show today as we dive into what's happening in the market and what people are doing to get this market moving along. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Vegas, and welcome, John McNamara. I am so glad to have you here today. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be on, and it's kind of fun to be the guest versus the host. It's been a minute. I think the last time I've been a guest on a podcast was yours, probably about 2-3 years ago. So
yeah,
this is fun. John McNamara, been in real estate for 20 years, servicing Las Vegas for 17 years. My anniversary is actually coming up next month, so
wow.
I'm a little bit of a dinosaur in real estate.
That's good, though. That's good.
It
means you survived through it all.
So far.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my background. So I'm originally from upstate New York. I moved out here about 17 years, never looked back. Love Las Vegas, and it's been a really good town to me. It's been really fun to watch the city grow over the years, and
yeah.
It's a great city. So we're returning a little bit to LA now, which is interesting.
Yeah.
LA 2.0.
We are.
I feel like overnight, like the last, maybe like 6 or 12 months ago, like the traffic just shifted. Like now we have this crazy traffic. But I sound like such a local now,
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved here, I'm like, I'm never going to be that guy in Vegas that complains, the local. Now I'm that guy. So.
Yeah, complaining about growth. And coming from a realtor, complaining about growth.
Yeah.
So,
now money keep coming in.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Keep coming in, but yes, the traffic, oh my gosh, it has changed so much over the years. And I mean, I still remember the days where you could get anywhere in Vegas in 20 minutes, and that is impossible.
Those days
now.
are gone, yeah. You hit rush hour the right way, it's taking you an hour to get home. So, but it's okay. It's a very dense city, and we have a lot of room to grow, mostly in the north probably now, but it's great that we have, as you know, mostly Californians moving here. 2/3, we have more Californians living here now than born and raised. So it's kind of, like we talked about before, a little bit like Southern California and Nevada. So it's interesting how the culture has really changed over the years. I think for the better in ways.
Yeah.
I think we're more sound economically, and even when and I know we're going to talk more real estate today, is we're seeing a shift in our marketplace, and the market isn't crumbling here. A big part of that is because of the culture that has come here and the money that has come here. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And before we get into everything else, let's talk about the shift. Let's talk about the numbers that we're at.
Woo.
So this week in inventory, we're at 6,928 single family homes on the market, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
I mean, we're up 35 from last week, but we've been hovering around this almost 7,000 number for a while. Mm-hmm. You've been in real estate for quite some time. What is, and people ask me this all the time, what is the inventory number that shows a healthy market for single family homes? Around.
This one is actually fine. It's just that its sales are down. It's not good or bad. It's kind of in between. To date myself, when I moved here, we had 36,000 homes on the market, and we were depreciating by 3% a month.
What year was that?
I came here September 15th, 2008, and
Okay.
I entered the market in 2009. That's when I got licensed.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, I was
of
really
it.
smart. I'm like, I'm moving to Vegas where the market's collapsing. But it gives me appreciation for this type of market because there's less sales. We're going to have less sales this year than we did back then. Mm-hmm. But the median sales price is $485 versus $110.
Right.
So we only have to sell a couple homes here and there, once a month to keep things moving, where I think I sold like 40 homes my first year, whatever it was, and I made no money. So it's still a healthy number. What really needs to happen is the sales need to go up. Would it be nice for inventory to come down a little bit? Absolutely. But it's not necessarily a bad number to be, it's kind of in that mood point area. If it goes a little bit more higher, that's where we potentially see depreciation. But it's kind of in a little like flat zone, so to speak. So.
Right. My favorite inventory number for single family homes always seems to be between 4,000 and 5,000. That's like my bliss market where everything just goes Wonderfully.
You like appreciation. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too, to be clear. Yeah.
It's appreciating, but it's moving.
Yeah.
Buyers are happy, sellers are happy. That's just a great market to be in. So that's where I like things. But
It is. It makes our lives easier as real estate professionals, for sure.
absolutely. Our new listings were at 1,021 for the week. So those have been around the same numbers week over week. 1,072 price reductions. So there's quite a bit of people that are, doing those price adjustments to try to get their home sold. So I'm sure you're seeing that a lot too, and having those conversations a lot.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that you know these numbers by heart. This is pretty impressive. I do look at the numbers every day just like you, but you're very exact, so I love that. But yeah, it's an interesting market because this is a market that I've never seen before, where we're doing price adjustments and we're actually not seeing activity increase.
Right.
So a lot of the conversations we're having with our sellers now is really they need to be patient because we're in this weird period where sellers and buyers are kind of on hold. It really started when the tariffs occurred. We're at a moot point with the market until there's a little hope with interest rates coming down. The good news is there is light at the end of the tunnel. It is coming. We just don't know when that is. Best case scenario is fall. Worst case scenario is May of 2026.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. And we're in the type of market, in a lot of markets that I've been in since I've been licensed since 2014. Minimal price reductions make huge difference. I mean, there's times where somebody will tell me, hey, why are we adjusting 5,000? That's not going to make much of a difference. And it does. It's like that little adjustment, all of a sudden you'll get the buyer activity increase. We're really not seeing that right now. And when we come back after our break, we're going to talk about your crystal ball. I want to see or hear what you're foreseeing in the future and what's coming next.
Awesome.
Stay tuned.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. We bring you non-stop entertainment infused with the vibrant spirit of Las Vegas. Our tavern serves the best drinks in town. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Every home has a story. What's yours? From your first home to your forever home, Trish Williams helps you write each chapter. Real estate is about the life you build. Hire Trish to be part of your story. Trish Williams, Keller Williams Realty. License S.01755530, call 702-308-2878. Start your next chapter today.
Welcome back, Vegas. John, if you had a crystal ball, we talk about this all the time. We tell our clients we don't have crystal balls. We can't see into the future. If you had a crystal ball with what's going on right now, what are you predicting we're going into second half of this quarter, first quarter, or the last quarter of this year and first quarter of next year?
I think I understand that. So a lot of quarters.
Lots of quarters.
I love predictions and I like the crystal ball because
Yeah.
I have people on my show all the time too. And
Yeah.
I ask them like, hey, I won't hold you to it. And
Yeah.
It's interesting how people refuse to make those predictions, but it's kind of our job as experts to make these predictions to help our clients understand what's going on in the market. And really, I think what we're going to see, we are definitely going to see a pickup in the fall, interest rates coming down or not, because we missed all of spring. So
Yeah.
people that need to sell or buy real estate this year, going to have to do in the fall.
Yeah.
So we're naturally going to see a pickup towards that. We probably, I mean, they've been saying all year they're probably going to do a cut or two for the end of this year. That will definitely help. I think that first cut, whenever that occurs, is going to help because it's going to bring hope to the market.
Right.
But my big prediction is it's not so much this year as going to next year, because without a doubt, Powell will be out in May of 2026.
Yes.
His term will be ending, right?
Yes.
So the administration has already come out, and they're going to put somebody in place that is going to do, like it or not, I'm not left or right with politics, I'm just talking real estate, is they're going to put somebody in place that is going to lower them.
Absolutely.
And Trump has already come out, I hate to use the T word, but but he's already come out and said he wants 10 consecutive rate cuts. Now, is that good for our economy long term? That's a whole different discussion. Short term, though, absolutely, especially in real estate. I think we're a little behind because we're at a moot point, like we talked about before. We haven't been saying this, but we've been in a real estate recession for 3 years. Nobody likes the recession word, and we won't say it until the recession's over.
Right.
But sales are down the last 2 years. They're lower than they were when the Great Recession was going on. So we need a little bit of a pickup, and we know soon as they've already calculated the interest rate number. Soon as it gets up down to 5.8, it's going to open the floodgates.
Absolutely.
So there is a lot of folks, keep in mind, for 3 years, buyers and sellers have been waiting on the side. Buyers and sellers never go away.
Yeah, they've just put off their plans. That's what I've been saying. We have 2 to 3 years of pent-up buyers, first-time home buyers that didn't do it, that couldn't do it because the rates are too high, prices are high. And unfortunately, I don't think prices are, well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on where you're at there, but I don't think prices are going anywhere. Rates are the only solution to getting first-time home buyers back in homes.
Yeah, it's a weird market because the first time in 20 years, we appreciated in Las Vegas 1% last month, tying the all-time high based off of median sales price. And our sales are going to be the lowest this year, most likely.
And over the last 30 days, I don't know if you're feeling this too, but I've been feeling and seeing in the numbers just over this last 30 days, I think is the slowest it's been over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's the slowest spring I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's a really interesting market because typically, like a traditional market, we're not talking pandemic, we're not talking what we've been going through the last 3 years. A traditional market, the market's kind of like the inventory we're actually talking about today.
Yeah.
And it kind of sits there, and for 9 months, it takes a couple months to sell a home. Spring hits, it gets hot, everything sells very quickly. Most of real estate agents make most of their money in the spring, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
As soon as the tariff discussion happened in March, the market basically has been dead since April.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And March and April is usually the height of our market.
Yep. And it goes through end of May, early June. And we basically missed the second quarter this year.
Absolutely.
So I see a lot of folks moving to the fall, but what is fun for real estate agents right now is great time to build market share because we know interest rates are coming down. And we also know that most people want to move right now. They want to upsize, downsize, move out, but they have a great interest rate. So most people are in the 3s, right? So as soon as it gets to that 5.8, if they're under 2 points, people will start making moves. So as soon as that occurs, and it's probably going to occur next year. And I think realistically, at some point, it's going to be in the low 5s, maybe the high 4s in 2027. I think in terms of real estate, in terms of sales, they're going to go through the roof in 2026, especially second half. In 2027 is going to be like a record year.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm almost dreading. I mean, while I'm going to be so happy to see movement in the market again, I'm almost dreading how chaotic I think it's going to be once rates get to that point where buyers are all buying again, because we have years of pent-up buyers. I feel like it's going to be chaotic. There's going to be a ton of competition, and there's going to be a different type of struggle of how hard it is for buyers to get into homes. Do you agree with that?
Totally. I think what a great time to be a real estate agent right now and have the systems and leverage in place to be prepared for that and build market share. I absolutely agree with you. It reminds me, it's very similar right before, when the pandemic started. We saw it. We saw the numbers. We saw what's going to happen. And I would be having conversations with people all the time like, hey, this market's going to blow up. People would freak out. No, it's not. The market, it's collapsing. How could you say this?
Yeah.
The numbers are the numbers. I'm just giving you the data and the information, what it do. The price has doubled in 3 years.
Yeah.
So I don't believe the appreciation is going to be crazy like that. But in terms of sales, it's going to be similar to that vibe.
Yeah.
For sure. So we're going to be very busy, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have a little time to continue to prepare for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting, good time to buy because you can get a better price now than waiting.
Right.
Because we're going to be back into multiple offer situations again.
Absolutely.
And people are going to be missing these days when they could get the price 20, 30, 50,000 off. Those days are going to be gone in next year. So
another interesting thing I'm seeing about this market right now is, again, I've been licensed since 2014, and I have not yet, until now, been in a market where luxury is moving at a faster pace than everything else. And I feel like that is a huge overlooked indicator that our market's not crashing, for one, that we're looking towards appreciation, because this is that market is moving faster, which is an indicator that everything else is going to be catching up.
absolutely. And why is that? Interest rates.
Interest rates. A lot of people that are buying in the luxury price range aren't financing, or they're financing very minimal.
Right.
But they didn't stop buying, and they obviously aren't investing this type of money into real estate if they believe the market's going to crash.
Absolutely. That's a really good point you bring up. Always look to where people that actually have money and where they're investing their money, because
Absolutely.
they tend to have a better pulse than most of us.
Yes.
So see where the money is moving. And investors, folks in luxury, I agree with you. That's a very good point.
Yes, absolutely. How are you navigating conversations with sellers right now? Because I know for me, I feel like every conversation I'm having with my sellers lately is, we got to drop the price again, or, we have to adjust the price, and it's not moving because of this or that. And it is. Price is such a big factor right now in this market. How are you navigating that?
I'm telling them, please don't fire me.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's so easy to blame your real estate agent, but unfortunately, and there's some people that I'm working with now that I'm their third agent they've hired.
Yeah.
With the same results, a little better, a little more boost in marketing. We're doing what we can, and I'm marketing more aggressively now than I ever have.
Good.
But it's a hard conversation.
Yeah, and obviously I'm joking. I'm not having a lot of issues, but I think it's like great agents like yourself is you educate your clients. And it's really easy because all you have to do is like, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, Google real estate in Las Vegas. So there's not a lot of pushback,
Right.
As long as you're keeping up with people, being honest with them, letting them know the information, letting them know also like, hey, you're not the only one who's frustrated. I'm having this conversation with everybody right now, and I understand what you're going through. And gratefully, when I went through the Great Recession, we were having different conversations of people short selling, foreclosure, people are losing everything.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit different conversation where people just really kind of want to move. It's more of a want versus needs right now.
Right.
So it's just having those conversations. Most of the time I'm getting rehired for another 6 or 12 months.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been very lucky. I have awesome clients. And they totally understand for the most part. And it's just having that conversation almost monthly and reassuring them, like, you got to be patient until the market does come back. We don't know if that's tomorrow or 6 months from now. And then gauging, hey, I'm never attached to necessarily the outcome. I want to sell the house, obviously, right? But it depends on their motivation and their needs. It's not about me.
Right.
So if they have to move tomorrow, then we're having a very different conversation. But for the most part, most people are like, I can wait 6 months, I can wait a year. If it takes that long, we'll be patient. Because the thing is, if you do want to move, keep your house on the market because you still have a chance that buyers can come by and buy it.
It only takes one buyer, and I've seen that so many times where it's like 30 days where very low activity, and then that one buyer comes along and this is everything they want, and that's all it takes. And I'm having those same conversations with people that, like, yes, pulling it off the market's not the solution if you want to get the home sold.
No, I don't think so. I think it's being priced competitively, so you want to be the best price in the neighborhood. But I do think it comes to a point where, hey, let's not keep price seducing, because we're not seeing prices go down. So be competitive and just be patient for the right buyer to come in that's ready, and then your home needs to be staged well, priced correctly, so you have that opportunity. But I've seen folks that are pricing homes $50,000 under market value, and they're not selling.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there too. So you gotta be a little bit patient in this market. So.
Yeah. It's not. This is definitely a market where we're not able to force things.
No.
But one of the great things that we have is the ability to, there's like this weird conception out there that realtors don't, they're not friendly with each other. And not everybody, but I feel like with us, the case is very different.
Yeah.
And we have a community of people that are top producers, very, very, know the market very well, have been around different markets, that we can bounce ideas and problems and things that we have off each other. And I love that. And we hang out. We last time we were together, we burnt a restaurant down.
We did. Yeah, that was fun.
Or we set a table on fire. John had never had what is it, a Korean barbecue? Where you cook your own meats and everything. And I tried to get him to try it for the first time, and we set the whole table on fire. Had to evacuate the restaurant. That is a true story.
True story. So that place was cool, but now I'm like a little worried to go back there, to be completely honest with you.
I don't think I'll ever go to Korean barbecue again after that. That was a little traumatizing. It was like there's a fire. It was like, oh my gosh, there's really a fire.
You and George were just so nonchalant about that. I was a little concerned. I'm like, we should leave. The table's on fire.
Yeah, the table.
And there's propane underneath, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that's not a good combo.
Yeah, the table literally was on fire. They had to bring out a fire extinguisher, and then everybody had to evacuate.
Right.
Other people in there getting lunch, everything. I didn't realize how bad it was till they cleared us all out.
I think you were doing a deal on the side.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow.
You're dedicated. I love it.
This is amazing. But it was right when our food got served, so I was actually very upset that, I was like, can we take it with us? It looked great.
It looked really good. I had great. I recommend the rice. The rice was phenomenal.
Yes, just be careful with those barbecues. But we do. We have fun times. We hang out. We discuss with each other, and it's. I feel like that makes such a big difference, because I had a conversation with a realtor a week ago who, she obviously doesn't do real estate full time and hadn't sold a house since last year, and she was the listing agent on a property, and there was a struggle because she didn't understand the market we were in.
Yeah, it's really hard to be a part-time real estate agent. So, they typically, 50% of agents last year didn't do any deals. So if you're going to do real estate, I recommend being full-time.
Yeah, definitely. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to get in touch with us and where to find your podcast. Yeah, stay tuned.
Every home has a story. What's yours? From your first home to your forever home, Trish Williams helps you write each chapter. Real estate is about the life you build. Hire Trish to be part of your story. Trish Williams, Keller Williams Realty. License S.01755530, call 702-308-2878. Start your next chapter today.
Such a fun show today. It's been so great talking with you, John. John, you have a podcast, Running Vegas. What do you talk about on Running Vegas? Running
Vegas. You got to do
All
the
right.
running right.
All right, yes.
I'm joking. But anyways, yeah, Running Vegas, kind of cool. It was inspired by you. I did your podcast a couple times. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool to run a podcast. And one of my best friends, and George, who I'm in business with as well, pushed me to start a podcast. So Running Vegas, we have been doing it for a little over a year and a half.
Wow.
I think we're coming up on that 100 episodes coming up this year, I believe.
Nice.
We're talking local sports, business, real estate. And it's fun because it's really, I think at first I was like, I want to talk sports and just nerd out for like 30 minutes.
Right.
And it's really actually kind of shifted into a lot of folks that run businesses that are super successful and get to learn, how they do things. So I've learned a lot from it. It's different being a host versus a guest. It's way more fun being a guest.
Yes.
And one thing I've gotten out of it is, if you're former military or athlete, they have discipline and are used to, learning to fail every single day and move forward, especially in sales. So I have learned and grown from a lot from it. Check it out on YouTube. It's Running Vegas.
Yes, and that's RUNNIN apostrophe.
Running, yeah, no running.
Running,
We're
not
running
running.
like the running rebels.
Yes. Yeah, check it out. It's a great show. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to be on your show. And I'm so proud of you for the consistency, because that's one of the biggest spells that people have in doing podcasts is no consistency. They start a couple episodes, you're interested, and then they go away. You never hear from them again. So.
Well, I appreciate that. You are my pod mentor.
Well,
so
thank you.
That means a lot.
And you were my real estate mentor.
Oh,
and
thank
you're
you.
a great realtor. You have an amazing, top-notch team here in Vegas. And how do people contact you if they want to talk real estate?
Best way is my direct cell phone, 702-606-2286. Call or text me. And you have any real estate questions, you want to talk market, I'm here to help.
All right. And you guys can always reach me, 702-308-2878. I'm Trish Williams. And John, thank you so much for being here today. Follow us, guys, on realtycheck.vegas. You can connect with us, and we're always going to be here on Hey Vegas TV.